Hey everybody, we're going to be talking about this new Suno version that just came out really recently. And I want to break it down for how we could use it with Logic, but I also want to talk about what you think about this tool in the first place. Up until now, it's been pretty limited. You could make songs with it in a lot of different styles, but you didn't have a lot of control over them. And the quality that we were able to download wasn't actually that great. Well, everything's changed now with the version 4.5 Pro, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. So, a few things. Let me just, first of all, introduce you to this song in Logic. I made this like 10 years ago. It's not that great. In fact, I abandoned it because it's not that great. And so here we go. Let me just play a little bit of this for you so you can hear the verse into the chorus for a second, just so you can get a sense for why I maybe abandoned it. Although I really do like the chorus, and so there's some redeeming qualities there. It's time to change the future that we see. Hold my hand, never let it go, 'cause we will party till tomorrow. So some interesting harmonies and things like that. But I exported this down as a song, brought it into Suno, over here in the remix area. Well, first of all, when you first do anything, you can bring in a piece of audio like this and just upload it. Once I did that, which is what I have here, let me scroll to where that original song is. I'm going to play a couple of the different versions that came out. But here's the original. That's exact my version, unchanged on anything. And then I made a series of different versions of this. And I'll explain how I did some of these in a second, but let me just play a couple of the different versions.
See the way you move, the natural way you groove.
So that was one version. Let me grab another one of the versions right here. Okay, maybe you're seeing some resemblance to others that you might have heard. Let's do this one here.
See the way you move, the natural way you grew, the perfect way the world I see. No.
Anyway, piano bass song made by someone who sings in a variety of pop and rock song genres. Okay, you get the idea. This remix tool is one of my favorite things about the new Suno tool, partially because what it's doing is taking something that I made, my melody, my chords, my words, and it's converting it into a bunch of different styles that I can experiment with and see how it works. Once you upload that, you can go to the remix area, or the cover, I guess is what it's called. You're making a cover version. When you're doing the cover version, you see the lyrics as it analyzes the song you uploaded. Then you can do the style description. In the case of some of these, I just went to I went to ChatGPT and said, hey, there's this band. Can you give me a prompt if I was putting this into a recreation engine? And it gave me something that doesn't mention the name. If you mention the name of a band, it will automatically reject it. But if you describe it, then you can often get in the right genre or the right style of the band you're looking for. Okay, cool. I did that. Then we have these advanced options. There's a weirdness option. That means just include unexpected things. We have a style influence. That's from the style description. In some of these cases, I like to go to 100%, some to 50 or moderate, and then some in loose. And then the audio influence. And that means how close it will be to the song I actually uploaded. And I've been going 50% or above most of the time, but experimenting with some more of the loose options if I wanted to fit more with like the style that I'm putting in there. Okay, great. And then you can actually save a lot of what you do as this thing called a persona, which is like a preset, which means you can upload anything you want, pair it with the persona, and then it'll sound like the same band is performing each time with each of the songs. That's really useful as well. Okay, so all of that aside, you can see all of those things. Here's where it gets interesting in terms of Logic and how we might be able to use this back with Logic a little bit. So let me find one of the ones, this one right here. There's two things we can do. One of them is go through all the different settings that they have, but I want to open this up in the editor. And this is where we get really interesting with the control. That means I can go through, pick out specific spots, change what they're doing, and then move with it into a more finished version. So you'll see up in the top here, there's these the learning tips. So we can change the lyrics or melodies. We can add a new section. We can extend the song. We can rearrange the song and then extract the stems. We don't have to come in here to extract the stems, but we're going to do that in the very end. So if any of these, I can come through and say, you know what, let's hear it. So we can make a selection and do different things with this. So you can see we have a number of different options to control this: copy, duplicate, delete, heal edits, crop, reload lyrics. And then we can also just replace the entire section. Over here, when we do that, we have to sometimes put in like the style. We can change the lyrics. A lot of the same tools, but now in a more controlled way. And so we have the ability to really fine tune what Suno gave us and make it better. Just getting into a lot of these tools, I've used it to extend out the song at the end, which is great. But if you're like, you know what, I really wish that I could do like different words here. I want to try moving the whole section around. You can just drag and drop. This becomes a really interesting way to do this. We have other tempo controls, zooming controls. It's not quite a full workstation, but it's getting closer and closer. And so we can make all of those changes. Once you're at a place that you like, well, then we can actually come up to the stems, and this actually has more credits involved. So most of the things you do are like 10 credits. You get a certain allotment every month. This one costs five times as much as most normal things to do all detected stems. And so let's actually extract this with the 50 credits. It'll detect them and put them in, and we'll be able to look at them. They actually do two versions, and so we'll be able to choose between the two versions. Once you create these, you can always get back to them. And one of the best parts is that we can download this as a WAV file, not just as an MP3. Previously with Suno in the past, and I don't know exactly when it changed, because I definitely took a little break from Suno until this new version gave us so many more tools and powerful ways of doing things. Once this came out, I've looked at this, and now we have WAV. It could have been that WAV came earlier. If you know, let me know in the comments, obviously. But what this is doing is taking that version of the song, breaking it into all of the different stems that it can find, and then I'm going to be able to download them and bring them back into Logic and actually use them in whichever way that I want. So we have lead vocals and backing vocals, drums, bass, guitar, percussion, synth, and we're still going, I'm guessing. We'll see if anything else pops up here. Oh, it looks like it's done. And then there's a version 2, which is still working. And these versions are going to be really similar because it's the same song. But they're often getting different things. So you do want to check them out. Let's solo out the lead vocals for a second.
See the way you move, the natural way you grew, the perfect way all around. You change the way I thought.
So the thing about this extract stems gives us a little look into how the songs were created in the first place, because these are not being extracted like the Logic Pro stem extractor, stem splitter, because it's too clean. They're too separate. It's like these are the actual elements they used to build the song, and they're just giving them to us. The voice still has like reverb on it, which it wouldn't have most of the time when you use a stem splitter. Great. This gives us a lot more control than in the mix. If we want to pull these out and do a remix on them or something else inside Logic, we have better quality. You can use this extract stems on any of the songs you upload as well. So, and it gives you more than what Logic gives you. So if you want a different look at what the stem splitter from Logic does as opposed to this, you could always compare the two. Maybe worth making a video about that in the future. But right now, just want to download all. It's going to zip them into a zipped folder, and then I'll open that up and pull them into Logic and play them there for a second. Now, this isn't a full tutorial on how to use Suno. It's really a look at that process of the cover songs, the new power that we have inside of this the Pro editor, the song editor, which they say is in beta, but I mean, it's already like tons of features. And so we're going to now pull this. We're going to do a new Logic project. Just leave. Okay, we'll leave that one open. Create a new audio file. And then, let's see, we're going to do the stems here. And one thing I want to do right off the bat is say, I want to have the tempo be adapt. That way it'll pull them all in and analyze the tempo. Create new tracks. Click OK. And we'll change the project. Okay, it's going to analyze these for a minute for tempo. I may need to go back and have it do it all under one tempo group if it really screws up the tempo, but they shouldn't. They should really all be together because they were from the same project. We'll see what happens. And then once they're in here, you'll see we'll be able to do compression, EQ. We can replace the drums. Yeah, you'll see that everything kind of got started at different places. Let's undo that. That's funny. And we'll bring them in one more time. Create new tracks. They're all from one project tempo, so they won't make them all different lengths. They'll all do what they're doing right there. Okay, cool.
See the way you move, the natural way.
That's good enough vocal to put it into something like Automy or to put it in through Synthesizer V version 2 and have it create a whole new vocal off of that. And so there are some things that we can do with that. then to change it even further. But this is still my song. I mean, it's my melody, it's my words. Sure, AI creates some of the instruments, but now we can mess with them and change them. But it hasn't created a song for me. And I think that that's a way that I'm going to be using this as opposed to having Suno just create things for me. I want to have it see what it can do with the things that I'm creating and take it in different directions. Okay, this is the demonstration I wanted to make. If there are other things you want to know about this or how to do it or a deeper actual step-by-step tutorial, let me know and we will make that too. But this is more just an overview of this one way that Suno and Logic can actually work really nicely together.